Hi boys and girls, we're going to talk about another reading lesson today. We're going to start a new part of our unit and it's called Getting to Know Characters Along the Way. So this is the target that we're going to work on. It says learn about the character. What do they say? What do they do? What do they think, feel? And what do they like and dislike? Now we've done this work with George before, but we're going to do this work today with a new character from a new book. Okay, we're going to do it with somebody called Mr. Putter, and we're going to read a new series with Mr. Putter and Tabby. Now, I chose this book for a very important reason because it's the first book in the series of Mr. Putter and Tabby. That's always a good idea. If you can find the first book in a series, read that first. It will help you get to know the characters. So let's open up to chapter 1, and we're going to get to know Mr. Putter today. So if you take a look, chapter 1 is called Mr. Putter. Before he got his fine cat, Tabby, Mr. Putter lived all alone. In the mornings, he had no one to share his English muffins. In the afternoons, he had no one to share his tea. And in the evenings, there was no one Mr. Putter could tell his stories to, and he had the most wonderful stories to tell. All day long as Mr. Putter clipped his roses and fed his tulips and watered his trees, Mr. Putter wished for some company. He had warm muffins to eat, he had good tea to pour, and he had wonderful stories to tell. But Mr. Putter was tired of living alone. Mr. Putter wanted a cat. So before we read chapter 2, we're going to stop and talk about what are all the things that we learned about Mr. Putter. So I'm going to make a web today in, guess what, my virtual learning notebook. Miss Harris sent you this cover that you can cut out and put on a notebook for your very own. If you don't have this or you can't print it, just get a piece of paper and make your own label. You are really good at that. You guys are all so artistic. So I'm going to open up to my first page of my notebook. It's blank just like this. And I'm going to take my marker and make a character web for Mr. Putter. You know how to make a web. You guys have made plenty of those. So in the middle, I'm going to write Mr. Putter. And I'm going to think about what are all the things that I learned about him. Well, I know that he likes tea. I know that he likes roses. He lives alone. He loves to garden. He's really good at telling stories. And something that I learned in the end is he wants a cat. And why does he want a cat? Because he's tired of being alone. So let's take a look at the web Miss Harris made. See, I wrote all the things that I learned about Mr. Putter. He likes tea, he loves roses, he lives alone, he loves to garden. Whoop, I made an R at the end. He's a good storyteller, he wants a cat, and he's sad about being alone. So today when you read your book, your job is to take your notebook, and I want you to pick the main character in one of your new books, and I want you to make a web and jot down all the things that you learned about your character. We're going to be sharing some of those webs during our next class Zoom meeting, so make sure that you record it. I can't wait to see what you find out about your characters. Before we go, I have one more thing to share with you, and that is our next secret students. So let's take a look. Okay, our secret students today are Will and Molly. Congratulations. Miss Harris is going to be sending you your virtual B-Box. Nice job. Can't wait to hear about your reading, boys and girls. Have fun.